I mean, I mean, what can I say? What can I say? I mean, there's not much else I can do. Not much else. I mean, honestly, it's like you knew you had to win. You knew you had to win. Fate is in your hands, and you basically let this game go. You had a 2-0 lead. Sprout was doing decent until he imploded. Unfortunately, it's like the starting pitching can't get past the fourth inning. I mean, even McLean. I mean, granted, he did really well, but gave up a 3-run home run at that point, and the Mets couldn't score more than 2 runs. That's the sad part. I mean, like honestly, the Mets are 30-7 when they score 5, 6 runs or more at least. And the fact that they couldn't score against the Marlins, this is what I'm afraid of. And the fact is like even though the Marlins were eliminated, quite honestly, they still have things to play for. And what is that to play for? To be on next year's roster, essentially. And quite honestly, it's a case where also Marlins are kind of like they're the guys that like pretty much damaged the Mets in '07, basically. I mean, honestly, it was like surprising that they were going to. It's happening again. It's literally happening again. You have a 1 game lead, and all you have to do is just win 2 games out of 3 against the Marlins, and now, or 3 games out of the Marlins, sweep the Marlins, and then you're guaranteed. Now in the situation, I mean, like at the rate that this is going right now, let's see. Hold on, sorry. The Reds are leading the Brewers 3-1 in the end, bottom of the top of the 8th. I mean, honestly, this is not going to work out for the Mets. I mean, the Reds are going to tie with them. The Diamondbacks are leading the Padres in the second inning. If the Diamondbacks win this game, they're going to be with the Mets as well, too. Quite honestly, so I mean, this is not boding well for us, honestly. Let's see where the Mets are at right now since they lost this game. So they're a half game ahead of the Reds. So if the Reds win, they tie. The Diamondbacks win, they're a game behind. I mean, I was hoping the Brewers going to come out and do something against the Reds, but Brewers have nothing to play for. What do they have to play for? Similar to the Padres. I mean, Padres have nothing to play for at this point, quite honestly, because I mean, honestly, if the Cubs win, which they pretty much did, they've clinched the top wild card spots. It was the Padres have to lose. They have nothing to lose. The Mets have everything to lose at this point, honestly, and like it's unfreaking believable. All they need is at least 2 games. I'm not confident they're going to win tomorrow. It's Sunday. Forget about Sunday because we have no starters on Sunday. So like, who knows what's going to happen on Sunday? So I hate to say this, but like, this, it's I go back to Mondays or sorry Wednesdays. I go back to Wednesday's video. I mean, it's an epic collapse. An epic collapse. I don't know what to say. I mean, honestly, this Mendoza's as good as Mendoza is. I think he was not lighting a fire as the urgency of what needs to be done. And like again, mental errors happen again. Mental errors happen. I mean, honestly, I don't understand what the hell is wrong with the players. It's like they're just playing lackadaisical, or like they just don't care. Or like, oh, we'll just get in. Once we get in, we're good. We'll go all out. I mean, 2 out of 3 out of the Cubs. They took 2 out of 3 out of the Cubs. I mean, that was impressive. 2 out of 3 out of the Cubs, and the fact that they can't beat the Marlins. I mean, they couldn't even beat the freaking Nats last week, which just pisses me off even more. I mean, honestly, you sweep the Nats, you have no issue at this point. But the fact that you couldn't sweep the Nats, it's like unfreaking believable. This is honestly, I lost confidence. I lost confidence in this team. Even if they get in, they're not going to get out of the first round. They're not going to get out of the first. If they make in, they somehow slide on in. They're not getting out of the first round. I mean, it'll be by pure luck, to be quite honest. Anyways, I'm just going to keep it short, honestly, because I went live right after the game and I don't know what to say. But all the mental errors, the pitching, I mean, this Stearns has got to look at this now. I mean, like he was lucky last year. I guess he was luck last year because those pitchers they were able to like rejuvenate themselves. I mean, he was assuming he could do the exact same thing like he did with the Brewers, in a ways where he could just rejuvenate the discarded pitchers. That's not the case. We're going to need some pitchers this offseason. I mean, you're going to have McLean. That's going to be good. You're going to have most likely Sprout as well too. Tong, I don't know. Maybe you have to work him off a little bit. It looks good for next year a little bit with those three pitchers. But Peterson, hopefully he comes back, and Senga. If these five can actually live up to their potential and be injury free, with McGill coming back as well too. Hell, this I wouldn't be surprised. And Manea, I hate to say it, but you're gonna have to trade Manea or use him out of the bullpen because he's no longer your starter. Because quite honestly, it's not gonna. He's gonna have to challenge himself. Honestly, um, I don't know what to say. I mean, honestly, this and I just say, it, but maybe you have to let Alonso go. I mean, as much as Alonso did this year, I mean, you got two 30-30s basically, a 40-30 and a 30-30. I mean, honestly, and two 40 home run hitters. I mean, I don't know what to say. And batting, unfortunately, he goes down. And like Vientos, bottom of the eighth, you got bases loaded. And like I mean, honestly, I was hoping Vientos, maybe he has some stock value that you could trade and get something in return from, like some good prospects. Honestly, I'm hoping so, but it's not. I have a feeling what they're going to do is let Alonso go, put Vientos at first base, and then like keep batting Mauricio at third, basically, and then platoon in between them. I just say is, but you're gonna have to trade McNeil. McNeil, he's not as much as I love him, as much as good as he was with the Mets for the past 5-6 years, even 7 years, quite honestly. You're gonna have to trade him. I hate to say it, but you have to trade him because like as good of as a hitter he is or was, he's kind of losing that step, and he's more of a DH person to be quite honest. And same as Marte. I hate to say this, but Marte, he's more of a DH person as well too. And I don't think he's right for the Mets. Both of them are right for the Mets, as much as they've done a lot for the team. Marte, maybe you keep more so for the aspect of the aura that he has around him, and the infectiousness that he has about creating that lively atmosphere. I think you keep him on there. But McNeil, I mean, I don't know. I hate to say it, but like trade in and see what you can get from him, basically. But I don't know. I hate to say this, even though I'm live, I hate to say this, but like this is it. The Mets are not getting anyone. The Mets are not making the playoffs. I honestly do not believe the Mets are making the playoffs. It's going to be another epic collapse, and it's just going to be another thing again like this where last year you go to NL. I mean, it's like 2006, 7, and 8 all over again. 2006, the Mets will go to NLCS. They're like a game away from the World Series, and they lose. And then 2007, they collapse and they collapse and lose at the end. And if this is any indication of what those 3 years were any indication of this, I hate to say this, but possibly 2026, the Mets probably are doing good and they're probably in first place, and then they just have an epic collapse at that point as well too. I mean, I don't know what to say. This is something where Stearns has got to change to the point where like the way the Marlins are and the way the Tampa Bay Rays are. I mean, Tampa and Florida or Miami Marlins. I mean,